We are going to get started today with, again, I think what everyone's really talking about and thinking about, which is the countdown to the solar eclipse next Monday. A lot of us were checking the weather apps, trying to see what the cloud cover is going to be. I know I'm checking because I'm going to Toledo. I'm going to be here for you all afternoon on Monday. But it's kind of all turned us into Google scientists as well, as we're trying to answer certain questions about what we can expect from the eclipse. Of course, here in Michigan, most of us are going to be in that 99% zone here in southeast Michigan. So we want to know what's going to happen in some of those places. So let's bring in Ken Haddad from clickondetroit.com. He's better than Google at this point. Ken, I mean, Confirmed. It's good to see you. You're getting a lot of eclipse questions at Click On, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime-ish event, so people are excited.
Exactly. I think on the next time Michigan is going to be in the totality zone, it's like, what, is it
2044, I think.
Something like
that.
It's a long ways off, so make hay while you can. All right, let's start with the first question. I think people are wondering what's really the difference between the totality zone and 99% sounds pretty good, but when is 99% not so great, Ken?
Yeah, honestly, yesterday I was saying 99% on a test is, you're going to be satisfied with that versus 100%. You're not going to be like too bummed out about it, but in this case, it's like failing the test, basically. Like it's not even close. Scientists say that if you're not in the path of totality, you're basically not going to notice that much of a difference at all. And that's because the sun is so bright. It's so bright. So even when, the moon is blocking it at 99.9%, you're still going to see 1/1000th of the sun shining through, and that is enough brightness to pretty much not change that much in the atmosphere around you. You're not going to notice like different shadows. It's not going to be pitch black at all. Like you might not even notice it. It's crazy. That's how close it is.
So I mean, that leads to the next question. If people in Michigan say, you know what, I'm just going to hop in the car. I'm going to go to Luna Pier in Monroe County because that's the only, quite sliver spot that is going to hit the totality zone. Yeah. Luna Pier may be like, hey, we might not have room for everybody.
Yeah, Luna Pier is a really small place. They don't have the infrastructure ready, for thousands and thousands of people to descend upon Luna Pier, their actual pier, which is called Luna Pier and the city's name. They've had pretty much a population of 1,400 people for decades now, and they aren't prepared for all these people. And actually, the mayor himself spoke out about this week.
Our bridge, which was built in 1955, the bridge over I-75, and the main point of entrance and exit for the city was demolished in November of last year. And it won't be complete and open again until July of 2024. So that's going to make getting in and out of town very challenging. We're asking people to consider going down into Toledo, where you'll get more like 1.5 to 3 minutes of totality in the eclipse, rather than our 30 seconds here.
Yeah, so he's saying, please go to Toledo. All right, I think one of the weird things people are looking for is what is the reaction going to be, not only from people, but from animals in this whole thing?
Yeah, for sure. The Detroit Zoo animals are probably not going to see a lot, but at the Toledo Zoo, they're in the path of totality, so those animals might actually have some sort of reaction. Victor Williams talked to the zoo yesterday to see what they're preparing for.
Okay.
Well, even though it's only going to be for a short time, the handlers right here at the Toledo Zoo are going to be keeping a close eye on these animals, and really all of them, to see how they react to the eclipse.
We don't know what to expect. This hasn't happened in 375 years here at the Toledo Zoo, so it's going to be a new experience for all of us.
The total eclipse is just days away. Humans will be intrigued to see it. But what about the animals?
What we've seen in other studies during other eclipses is that many of the animals just go through whatever their regular kind of evening routine is. So as the sun starts setting and they're getting ready to roost or go to bed or go underground, whatever is normal for that species. So we would expect a good bit of that.
Curator of Behavioral Husbandry and Well-Being with the Toledo Zoo, Beth Posta, is one of the people who will be monitoring the animals to make sure they're fine every second that the eclipse is visible.
There have been some animals during total eclipses that during the totality show signs of fear and anxiety. So we're curious to see if we see some of those signs of kind of confusion, that the animals don't know what's going on, but then they kind of work through it.
Some animals will even get a little more attention because of their habitat.
We'll be looking at the animals here in Tiger Terrace, the brown bears, the tigers, the cougars, as well as the polar bears, sea lions, bald eagles, wolves, and then a couple of bird species. Our vultures and ibis that live together. We'll be looking at those animals as well. The other animals may do nothing. I would expect animals that are inside under artificial light, we don't expect a behavior change. Some of the nocturnal animals probably won't even notice.
Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, thanks so much, Victor. And Ken, like the top trending story again on Click On is people searching their zip code and seeing what's going to actually happen for them.
Yeah, they're going to see if they're going to be extremely disappointed or not.
Absolutely. And you'll take any more questions? I mean,
Yeah,
people can send them all this week?
Any Eclipse questions, please send it over to us. We'll be answering them all week right here.
All right, sounds good. Ken Haddad, clickondetroit.com. He'll be with us all week. And as we count down to the big event coming up tonight, consumer investigator Hank Winchester teaming up with Dr. Frank McGeorge. Hank is going to have the expert advice to avoid buying knockoff glasses so you don't get scammed. And Dr. McGeorge will explain the symptoms of eye injury and why so many glasses are just not good enough for the solar eclipse. So that's tonight starting at 5 o'clock.